Fickle Show. Here is your host, James Fickle. Howdy, everybody. I'm James Fickle, as you all know. I hope you guys have been getting excited for my new, not my new season. This is the other half of my second season of the James Fickle Show. Now, I went ahead and took that long of a break because I needed enough time for me to finish it out in this year. So there's 10 episodes that I've already done, 10 messages in the beginning of this year. And now there's going to be 10 episodes in the end of this year. So what you heard in the beginning, like I said last year, my narrator celebrates Halloween. But of course, I don't celebrate Halloween, as you know. But he thinks every time that it would just be neat if he added that little effect to my shows and the little creepy music and stuff. So I said, you know what? Go ahead. It's all right. You can go ahead and do that. I think it's funny myself, all that little stuff like that. But you know what isn't funny? What isn't funny is spiritual warfare. Now, it can be funny if you want to look at it that way, because I find it funny sometimes how the devil just can't win. He can try to win, and he can win, but he can't win. Do you want to know how the devil can win? The devil can only win if you let him win. I'm going to touch on a subject I didn't touch on last year. When you touch on subjects, sometimes people get a little shook up. It stirs something up inside of them. Either it's because they're so rebellious and carnally minded that they don't want to hear it, or it's because they're convicted of what the truth really is. I don't care for what reason it is that you celebrate Halloween, whether you're saved or not, okay? I find it to be a satanic holiday. The satanic holiday, of course. And that's because the whole purpose of it is diabolical. I'm using some big words now, aren't I? But it is. If you think about the whole situation, it's absolutely crazy that people would let their kids participate in such a demonic ritual act. Now people say, well, it's just about candy and dressing up like a warlock or a witch or the devil. It's just about doing that, It's just about putting on costume, having a little fun. Why can't we have a little fun? I don't find it funny to be dressing up like the devil. For that purpose, on that night, there are occasions where you can. I've dressed up as the devil before to scare people. But, in that occasion, on that night, is a demonic night. And people can't wrap their brains around it. Christians like to take things that are demonic and satanic, and they like to twist them around and mess with them and convert them and make them into something that's good. But you can't take something that's bad and make it good. You know why? Because God couldn't change the devil. He had to kick him out. Well, people, When you got the devil in your church, when you got something that's wicked in your church, and you know that you're trying to change it, but you can't, what are you supposed to do to something that's satanic, demonic, and diabolical like that? You're supposed to take it and throw it out the front door and say, get out of here, I don't want it, because we're supposed to be living a holy life. Well, I know that I'm preaching on something that people have fought over for years, and I know that I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and I'm stepping on so many toes that it ain't even uncalled, it's called. But you know what? You know what? People, you have got to get your mind wrapped around this. I'm probably wasting my breath, but you know what? I'm going to continue to talk about it as long as I live. I've talked about it as long as I have lived, and I'll continue to do so. It's something that we should never have anything to do with as God's people, because it's something of the world. It's even more than of the world, it's of the devil. I don't know why people can't grasp their mind around that. You can have candy anytime you want, people. They got it at the grocery stores 24/7. If you're having Halloween so your kids can have some candy, why don't you get out once in a while and drive to the Dollar General or something? They got candy there all the time. It's just back there in the back. Are you that lazy you can't walk to the candy aisle? I know why you do it. I know why you celebrate it. Because you want to be part of the world. We all want to be part of the world. It's our human nature to want to be some part of everybody else, but we've got to learn. I can tell you and try my best to lead you to what the truth is, but I can't make you follow the truth. You have got to decide deep down in your heart to follow the truth. You have got to decide deep down in yourself that you want to be all you can be for God. I really didn't have a topic for this message. I don't like to leave my messages without the Word of God. So I would just like you to refer to Ephesians 6:11 and 12. It might be a little earlier than that, but I'm sure it's 11. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against powers, principalities, so on and so on. Reflect on that and remember that the spiritual battle that we face in this day and time is not against the physical, yet the spiritual. Well, y'all, I'm going to have to cut it short. For me to be able to keep my messages on air, for me to be able to get them squeezed into a CD, I'm going to have to shorten my messages somehow. But you know what? I'm going to try my best to do it without shortening God out. Because that's what the church is doing. They're shortening God out and lifting Satan up. I said it. That's what you're doing. You may not realize it, but you are. God bless y'all, everybody. I'm James Fickle, and this has been the James Fickle Show.